So I found the script incomprehensible because the three dads get off a boat. Mamma mia, how can I resist you? In italics, it's as a piece of reading matter. Yeah, it was a struggle really. I think it's all about ABBA songs and a lot of visuals. In terms of filling in the picture of my rather limited imagination. So I went to see the show really just so I could understand what it was all about, and I was very, very pleasantly surprised. I felt like a hen on a night out. I mean, I have to say, I can bang on about the requirements about being truthful and there are no difficulties in this job really. I mean, once the fear of dancing and singing has abated, it's money for old rope. I've never done anything so easy in my life. In terms of just easy because it's fun, easy because also because I have to say, the pressure's off because there's so many of us, to shoulder it, and I'm certainly not carrying it, and so I'm along for the ride, and it is really more fun than anything else. And I'm sure it's very difficult to convince anybody in the world that there is anything remotely challenging about acting, but there are times when it can, get you in knots. And this isn't one of those, really. I have to say, this is, I think that the appearance of insubstantiality about this is a bit deceptive. I think that, it's spandex and lycra and froth and 70s pop music, and it's not high drama, and it's about the trivialities of the love life of some people on an island or whatever. But I think there's there's an awful lot there to keep you engaged. It's a bit of a mystery, really. Rather like the ABBA songs, I suppose. I found that when I was looking into it, trying to deconstruct it a bit, because I also had to play it on the guitar myself, and it really occurred to me that it was a bit more complex than meets the eye. Now, I think the greatest pleasure of doing this, apart from the pleasure of working with Philida, has been the pleasure of working with Pierce and Stellan, and with Amanda. I think it's something that, if it's going to happen, if anything real is going to happen, if anything fun is going to happen, it's to do with interaction between the characters, and you start to find things that you wouldn't have found just off the page, or if you weren't enjoying yourself. There's little bits of extra inspiration come on just because we're having fun. And I think it's happened between all of us, and that is a credit to Philida, and it's a credit to Meryl. I was almost embarrassed about how much one has, how much praise one could lavish on Meryl Streep, and it's not controversial anymore, and it's just accepted. I think she's probably the best that my profession has to offer, really, and it's dazzling watching her. I think she starts to work, and even if she's casually trying out bits of rehearsal, she's got so many strings to her bow. She's got so much nuance in what she does, and we just stand there gaping, really, sort of forgetting to contribute. And any brilliant actor, it kind of puts you at the top of your game as well. Not just because you think, Christ, I'm going to go to the top of my game, but because you play along. It's generous. It's convincing, so that you can react convinced and convincingly. So it's a gift to work with someone who's of that level.